I'm the guy.
You're fired.
Are you ready?
They make sure you ain't booty.
Any man with two hands has a fighting chance.
Big up John Cena. Welcome to Raw is Jericho.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
How you doing?
You see What the Rock
You just made the list. Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show.
is cooking.
Hello and welcome to The Scoop with Y2J Podcasts.
Scoop.
You can hear our enthusiasm.
Woo! What a week in wrestling. That's why we're enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the news. Okay, so I say the news. It's actually like there's only two bits of news that matter this week. I could rattle off a plethora of things. I could tell you that Rockstar Spud might be on his way to WWE. I could tell you other things that happened. I could tell you that Kurt Angle returned to the ring in Birmingham. But there's only two things that matter. The first thing that matters, Y2J, Chris Jericho, is heading to Wrestle Kingdom 12 to take on Kenny Omega.
That is nuts.
Now, you're getting this from the perspective of two people. Me, big New Japan fan. Rodders, knows of New Japan people, but not really got into the product previously, if I'm saying that correctly.
Correct.
So you're getting this from the perspective of me going, oh my god, holy shit. And you're getting from Rodder's perspective, which is...
Oh my god, Chris Jericho is going to be wrestling out of WWE.
Yes, so I'm watching New Japan Power Struggle on Sunday morning quite happily, because the great thing about New Japan starts at 8 a.m. on a Sunday, and I can watch it peacefully in the morning, which is like the best thing ever.
Shit.
You get all the, American fans in. Yeah, all the American fans are like, oh man, got to stay up to 4 a.m. Yeah.
Wankers.
Yeah. Obviously not. You guys are great. So, I'm watching it. Kenny has just had a really good match against Trent Barretta for the IWGP United States title. He finishes the match. He takes the microphone in the ring with the Young Bucks and he says, no one can touch me. I'm the best in the world. Lights go out in the arena. Promo video starts. We see random bits of someone's face. And then they reveal it's Chris Jericho. And the crowd goes, oh my God. And then Jericho reveals that he's there to fight Kenny at Wrestle Kingdom.
Love it.
Massive bit of news. Unbelievable. It's the first time in decades, literal decades, that Chris Jericho will be fighting outside of World Wrestling Entertainment. The last company he worked for was WCW before WWE.
Yep.
He obviously did random stints in New Japan.
Yep.
Because WCW and New Japan had a working relationship. He worked for War, which was War and Romance.
Mm-hmm.
He's done loads. He's done loads. Wrestling and romance. I don't know. I don't know. This is amazing. I'm excited. I cannot wait for January 4th in the Tokyo Dome. I mean, the event starts at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to watch 4 hours of the best grappling in the world.
What, on Sunday?
No. January 4th.
It's January 4th. That's a Monday.
January 4th is a Monday. Now, the problem with
you.
New Japan, January 4th, is that it's the same date every year. So you've kind of got to be lucky at what date it is.
Fuck's sake.
So
it's not a Monday, it's a fucking Thursday.
it's okay. So
I tell you what, it's the fucking Thursday I go back to work.
Okay. So,
Great.
are you starting to feel a bug creeping up on you? You're starting to feel a bit sickly?
Oh.
Yeah?
Chris Jericho. I'm sorry.
Jericho.
I've got this terrible cold.
So,
yeah.
almost as if in retaliation to this, we have another huge, monolithic bit of news in the WWE.
Asian
We have
English
a change.
Sorry, no.
We're going to talk about this now because this is bigger than SmackDown. I'm sorry. This affects everything. Jinder Mahal is no longer WWE champion. AJ Styles is your new WWE champion, and he will go on to face Brock Lesnar in the main event of Survivor Series. And to add to that, John Cena is no longer the special guest referee in that match. He will be a member of Team SmackDown in the 5-on-5 elimination match.
Do you want to know? Like, okay, let's get into the meat of this.
Yes.
Go straight in. Right. Okay, so what are your thoughts initially? What stands out most for you?
This is a retaliation to Jericho.
Okay, yes. What about the ideas that WWE were aware of where Jericho was going?
Oh, of course. I don't think... I don't know. Because the thing is, Jericho is not contracted to WWE.
No.
I don't know the ins and outs of his deal. I don't know his relationship with Vince McMahon. But I'm kind of under the impression that Vince McMahon would give him short-term deals and it would be a handshake agreement. Because where else is Jericho going to go?
Sure.
I mean, really. And this whole kind of Twitter spat happened between Kenny and Jericho. And apparently, Jericho's been building up this whole thing since August because he saw Mayweather versus McGregor and thought, I want to do that in wrestling. I want to do a match where people think, oh, that'll never happen. And he's making it happen. And AJ Styles winning the belt, in my mind, is a direct retaliation to that because the wrestling world were talking about Jericho. And the WWE, rightly, because they don't want people talking about a performer who has left. They want people talking about them.
Yeah.
Giving the belt to AJ Styles turns heads. And people go, oh, that's interesting. Now, the funny thing is, in my mind, AJ is a better performer than Jinder.
Sure.
It's not Jinder's fault. Jinder was put in a position and it didn't work. They had to go with a new guy. It didn't work. Jinder needs to move on. He needs to do something else on SmackDown. There's plenty of things they could do. Maybe give him a US title run because he was okay, but he needs to rebuild himself. The title run as the WWE champion didn't work. But the funny thing is, I find Jinder a more credible threat to Brock Lesnar than I do AJ Styles.
I think it's due to Jinder's stature.
Yes, like physical stature.
Yeah, if you notice in the match between Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles, AJ doesn't win via Styles Clash as you would expect. It's the phenomenal forearm.
It's the forearm, which is weird for me because the forearm is not...
It's not a finisher, it's a signature.
Yeah, it's not... Yeah. It's like when The Rock beat CM Punk with a people's elbow, and it was like, what?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
But like, no one gets pinned following the people's elbow.
No.
So, yeah. So this is the situation we now have. AJ and Brock needs no build-up. It's two massive stars, but at the same time, I'm gonna watch the match and I'm gonna enjoy the match, but I would never have put those two in the ring together.
I see that match and I go, yeah, I'm interested by it, but at the same time, AJ has it's the same with Jinder Mahal, when he was facing Jinder Mahal. AJ's got quite a slender figure in comparison.
Yeah.
Like, Brock could throw him around like a rag doll.
And he will. The fact is, he's going to.
Yeah.
But I think that AJ Styles is smart enough, and I think the company is smart enough to recognise this, and they will make a decent match out of it.
Yeah, AJ's not going to go in. This is the thing, is that it's not Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar, where it's, massive person versus massive. This is a David and Goliath style situation where it's, okay, I can't play him at the same game. Going to have to go in there with a different strategy, and that's the thing.
I think the match we're going to see is the sort of match that Daniel Bryan would have with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it is. It will be like, I would say it would bring out the strong style in AJ.
Yeah, I think AJ's got to use his quickness.
Yep,
which he will, and there's no doubt in my mind now that this match will not have a clean finish, but for this match to not have a clean finish, they've got to do something like monumental. This is the main event. Nothing is going on after this. If this isn't the main event, they've made a mistake. In my mind, this goes on last, and it's two credible champions now. AJ is a very credible WWE champion. Brock is the Universal title. I don't see that belt on anyone else apart from Roman at WrestleMania.
Yep.
So, what can they do now? What can they do to set up? Because I think something's going to happen in this match to set up a WrestleMania match. Or at the very least, a Royal Rumble match. So what is going to happen in this match to make people go, holy shit? Because something big has to happen. A big return has to happen. Something has to happen. Now, in my mind, that thing that has to happen is that The Undertaker comes back and costs AJ the match, and then we get a phenomenal one versus the Phenom at WrestleMania next year. Because I don't see Shinsuke winning the Rumble now. I see Roman winning the Rumble. He is the only person who could come back and make that sort of difference in my mind.
Fuck. Right. Okay. Wow. That is that was out of the left field, I have to say.
Well, it's the thing is, I mean, Taker's not going to cost Brock the match. People are going to think,
sorry.
No, he's not. No, we're not getting Taker Brock. That match will never happen again. But I can see AJ Taker.
I did have another idea.
Okay, no, fine. Hit me.
Fine. Hit you. I'll hit you with a pedigree. That's right, Triple H. No, I'm joking. Triple H isn't going to be entering.
No, please no. That's not what we need. That is specifically out of things that I need. That is at the bottom of the list.
What, Triple H, AJ Styles?
Triple H doesn't need a match at Mania next year. He'll get one.
He'll get one versus Kevin Owens. Yeah, sure.
We don't need it though.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, there's one person that has been affected by this.
If Jinder interrupts.
Oh, fuck. No. Maybe. No. Right. So, no, there's one person that's been affected by this, and I think it is an important cog on his future. All right?
Okay.
So, they remove AJ Styles, put him in the match with Brock Lesnar. That's fine. Great. John Cena then moves into the SmackDown team. That's fine because it's a big name and it's going to draw bigger numbers than the person that I would, say. I just get this feeling that Rusev isn't going to stick around in WWE for ages.
Okay.
And he doesn't have a role in Survivor Series.
No, he doesn't. Are you thinking he might interrupt this match?
No, I don't think he would interrupt this match because it's kind of like, hold on, where the fuck are you coming from? Like, I understand that, I like him and I like what he does. As you've said before, he takes an RKO like no one.
Yeah, no, brilliant.
But I don't think he's quite at the same level at the moment as he's got Aiden English on his shoulder. He's not at the level of Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles. So I don't see him interrupting the match. I don't think that would be big enough.
The thing is, he's extremely talented.
Yeah,
and he could be on that level. He really could be.
But that's what I'm saying is that I think he would be more beneficial from leaving WWE and going elsewhere. He would.
I just couldn't see him elsewhere. That's the problem. I couldn't see him fitting in. But then again, I wouldn't have seen Cody. So
yeah, exactly.
Legitimately, I would not have seen Cody fitting in elsewhere. I'd love to see Rusev come over here.
Yeah, like if you watch
Rusev on the UK scene would be.
If you
great.
watch Up, Up, Down, Down.
Oh, he's amazing.
He is so funny. He takes the piss left, right, and centre.
It's just when he's like playing FIFA and he's like, I'm going to be called Roman Reigns because I'm going over.
Yeah, it's
great.
It's genius. So I reckon he would be able to fit in elsewhere pretty happily in locker rooms and, just do.
Yeah. I just mean as an on-air personality, I just can't physically see Rusev. Like in my mind, I can't see him on Impact. It just doesn't feel right. I can't see him on Ring of Honor. It doesn't feel right. But on the UK scene, like an ICW, a Progress, I could see him get some real love from fans over here.
Yeah. So yeah, I just kind of feel as though he's been given the cold shoulder. It's kind of like. Can
I also just to move on from Rusev, because I know you want to peripherally have Aiden English in the conversation as always.
Sure. Sure.
I mentioned Taker, so that was my kind of heart choice. My head choice. There's two men that are not currently part of Survivor Series, as we just mentioned, and that is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Sure.
Now, there's a very good chance that they're kind of like on a fuck SmackDown roll right now.
Yeah.
So I could see them interrupting. Now, fantasy booking again, pre-warned. If those two interrupted the match, which I can see happening, I would then... Because you've got to do something a Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
So I feel like they need to give Jinder his rematch at Clash of Champions. Because Jinder is entitled to a rematch.
Yeah.
So give Jinder his rematch at Clash of Champions. Jinder loses, Jinder moves down the card. Royal Rumble, I would do a triple threat match with Owens, Zayn, and AJ. And then I would have Owens or Zayn turn on each other. And that builds up to their Mania match. And then AJ is free for his build-up, because Elimination Chamber's a Raw pay-per-view.
Yep.
So that's a very long time. I'm fairly sure it's Rumble, Chamber, Mania, but I can't remember. Because I'm fairly sure it's Rumble, January, Chamber, February, and then March there's nothing, and the start of April it's... I mean, there might be like Roadblock or something like that, which is a nothing pay-per-view anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, that's how I'd start the Zayn-Owens feud. Because those two can't be friends forever. They need to feud. I feel like Sammy's doing this to get back at Owens.
It'll either be Roadblock or Fastlane. Maybe.
Oh, of course, Fastlane. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I would love fantasy booking. I would love for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens just to turn up at Survivor Series and be like, well, I got nothing else better to do.
Yeah, what's up?
And literally like just hang out, say like in the crowd, and just people being like, what are you doing here? Oh, don't worry about us. We're fine.
Nothing to see here. Like Elias's push.
Yeah.
Also, conspiracy theory time.
Okay.
I think you'll like this.
I think
you'll like this. So, Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Making his way to New Japan.
Yeah.
Completely ridiculous, completely insane, completely fantastic. Everyone's looking forward to it. We haven't seen him outside of WWE ring in a very, very, very long time.
Yep.
Kenny Omega's contract with New Japan runs out in January.
Yeah. I'm with you. 100%.
So it's not unprecedented to see someone at Wrestle Kingdom and then in the Rumble.
I'm with you.
Is Chris Jericho going there to convince Kenny to join the WWE?
I'm with you.
Because the funny thing is, if Kenny goes to the WWE, I think the Young Bucks are going to the WWE, because the Young Bucks have said wherever Kenny goes, we're going. We stick with Kenny Omega. Now,
some might describe that as too sweet.
Yeah, well, not them, because they would get illegal. But at the same time, legitimately, what if they were all in on this? What if the cease and desist letters to the Young Bucks was just a ploy? It was just all a big, big game. I mean, chances are it's not, but I've been watching conspiracy theories, like other programs like Stranger Things and things. And what if the Bucks were in on it the entire time? What if we're getting a legitimate Bullet Club invasion?
And then Finn Balor.
You've got Finn, you've got AJ, you've got the club. They're already there.
Oh.
See, the thing is, a lot of people would say to me, "Oh, don't be stupid." Have you watched wrestling this year? Triple H just showed up at ICW.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's in New Japan.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne just showed up on Raw. Like, the rules don't apply anymore. The rules do not apply.
Okay.
Kurt Angle got back in the ring. The rules do not apply.
Dolph Ziggler was given a really good story. No, wait, sorry.
No, don't push it. So, that was the news. Yes, 2 news items, but I mean,
Shit.
I mean, they're pretty whoppers. They are whoppers. Shall we talk the takeaways from Monday Night Raw?
Yeah, run me through my takeouts.
Run me through your takeouts. So, Kurt Angle revealed how he managed to convince Braun Strowman to join Team Raw. Obviously, he basically said, you get a match with The Miz.
Yep.
The Miz is awesome as a heel.
Yes.
Pun very much intended. I don't want Strowman to win the IC belt. I don't
Just
want to see
yet,
Strowman.
or like he's going to win it.
For the IC title.
Yep.
I don't want him to, though. He doesn't need it. What are they going to do with Strowman as the IC champion? Who are they going to put up against Strowman as the IC champion? Jason Jordan?
To be fair, if I was Strowman and I had the Intercontinental title, yeah, I would throw my competitor across the ring, give him a running power slam, and pin him. If he kicked out, I would say, "Fuck this," and I would step out of the ring and get counted out and be like, "Champion's advantage," psh, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's an easy way of him just winning.
Yeah, but he's a face now. He wouldn't do that.
Oh, Strowman.
Exactly. You can't have a face Braun Strowman as the IC champion. I just don't see it happening.
No.
Speaking of the Survivor Series team, who else has joined it? Well, we have Finn Balor and Samoa Joe on Team Raw.
That is, that's without a shadow of a doubt, that's what you need.
So Finn, Joe, Braun, Kurt Angle. It's a good thing Cena joined SmackDown because that's starting to look a little bit lopsided in my mind.
One-sided, yes.
But what I like about this, what I like about Survivor Series this year, is that you really see how good this roster is. People say this is the best roster in the history of wrestling. It is. I'm sorry, but it is.
There's still room for one more little champion to join Raw Survivor Series.
Pete Dunne.
No fucking Enzo Amore.
Oh, all right. No, he can't even beat the UK champion.
I demand to be the 5th member because I'm a certified champion.
Sorry, Alan Partridge. Kurt, smell my cheese. You've got to put me in the main event.
Did you say smell my cheese or smell my G's?
Smell my G's. Lynn, it's hotter than the sun, which is my heat.
Seriously.
Obviously, you mentioned the 5th member. Let's actually talk about the 5th member, and that is Jason Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
Lynn, it's colder than the Antarctic.
By the way, I really want Alan Partridge to be a manager now.
Yes, that would be amazing. I mean, let's delve into Alan's pockets. Just Elias. Yeah, all American fans out there, Google Alan Partridge. You'll thank me later. So yes, Kurt Angle has announced Jason Jordan
Oh, yes.
as the 5th and final member of Team Raw. I mean,
sure. Just do something with it.
do something with him. One of these things is not like the other.
Yes.
Over, Jason Jordan.
Oh.
But he has the talent. But I just look at, Team Alpha 2.0 on SmackDown with Shelton Benjamin, and I just think, that could have been Jordan, man. I mean, look how much fun they're having.
Yep.
Ridiculous. Anyway, speaking of Survivor Series teams, Sasha Banks has joined Team Raw in the ladies' match.
Yeah.
Obviously, she is joined by Alicia Fox. Who else is in this match? Who is it? Alicia Fox,
Nia
Nia
Jax.
Jax, and Sasha.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it?
I think so. Isn't Bailey in it yet?
No. Because Bailey was asked. Well, Bailey wasn't asked, even though Bailey won a tag team match with Sasha.
Right.
She was like,
oh wait, no, Asuka's in there. Asuka's in
and
there.
Asuka. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, that
Sorry.
was a bit naughty. A bit naughty. And speaking of being a bit naughty,
Yeah.
it's hotter than the sun. Kane's push. What? Braun Strowman can't keep Kane down.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on? What year is this? Why is Kane being pushed so hard?
Because he's I don't know.
Okay, I'm actually taking back my prediction for the main event of Survivor Series. What's going to happen is Kane's going to come out, chokeslam and tombstone, both of them, take the belts and leave, and be declared the Ultimate Mega Champion of all time.
I don't know. I don't know. Where are they going with Kane? Surely it's a, like everyone said it was revenge for Roman, or for his brother the Undertaker against Roman. But
I'd have liked to see a proper Roman Kane match.
yeah.
But they changed their mind because obviously Roman is persona non grata.
Yes.
He's got the cooties or whatever's wrong with him. I think I shouldn't say that. He's obviously got viral meningitis, I think, still.
Yep.
Which is not a good thing to have. But
No.
Bo's back and Bray's back. So I feel like there's something else. But I don't know. Let's talk about tangible things that we do know and who is there. The Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, has arrived. He's probably not going to be back next week, but the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, appeared on Monday Night Raw, got one of the biggest pops of the night. He's here.
Right.
Pete Dunne is here.
Is
I've
he
seen
in-
this man go from wrestling in front of 20 people to Monday Night Raw.
Is he on Raw or is he in the Cruiserweights?
Neither.
Is he at NXT?
No. Nothing. Nothing's confirmed. They're still building this UK division. They're still trying to decide what they want to do with it.
Right.
None of the UK guys are confirmed to be doing anything. They use Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate and Trent Seven, so Mustache Mountain / British Strong Style, for NXT and a few sporadic things here and there, but nothing's confirmed. They don't know what they're doing. They haven't decided.
Fuckers.
And it annoyed me seeing Pete Dunne get his hand raised by Kalisto, because the Pete Dunne I know would punch him in the face.
Yep.
Pete Dunne is not a good guy. Anyway, let's talk biggest news of the night on Raw. The New Day cost Rollins and Ambrose their tag team titles.
Yes.
So, the one match I was excited to see, obviously that has now changed, but the one match I was excited to see got derailed completely.
Yep.
But, in its absence, we might get New Day versus Shield.
I think that'll be... Are we thinking Royal Rumble that'll happen?
No, Survivor Series. I'm thinking that they know Roman is kind of on the fence. So if Roman's fit for Survivor Series, 3-on-3. If he's not, 2-on-2.
Ah.
It's a safety net, isn't it? Because you don't want to put Roman in a match where he could then be unavailable. But if you do a 3-on-3, it's perfectly feasible. But if not, you can do a 2-on-2. It's perfectly feasible.
Is that going to happen in the kickoff show, do you think?
No, Shield versus New Day on the kickoff show. Are you kidding me?
I know. That is my worry.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. If Roman's there, no way.
Oh, yeah, no. If Roman's there, no.
There is no way they're putting Roman on the kickoff show.
But
if he's not, then this could be on the kickoff show.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the Bar are the champions once again. We're now going to get the Bar versus the Usos, which should be a good match, but the majority of this show is heel versus heel.
Yep.
Like, the crowd is not going to know what to do. Anyway, shall we move on to SmackDown?
Yes. Okay.
Talk some takeaways from SmackDown.
Okay. So, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with? I mean, you say that the New Day will go with the Shield, but we've had some confrontation with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens where they just want to stir the pot. So you had Kofi Kingston and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously not very happy about the fact that they're not on Team SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, do they really want to fight alongside Shane? Like, no.
No.
I just, I will say though that from this whole thing happening, that Sami Zayn, it's just what a new lease of life for that man.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
What an incredible character he's managed to carve out for himself as this horrible heel. Apparently, it's based on an ex-girlfriend.
Oh right, yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just really feel that SmackDown is the B show. Like, now more than ever. I mean, can you imagine the Universal Championship changing hands on a Raw? Nope. Brock Lesnar ain't losing that belt on a Raw, is he?
Touche. And for some strange reason, SmackDown has decided that screw the barrel. They're going to start digging through the barrel with Becky Lynch and James Ellsworth.
No. James Ellsworth is amazing. This was a great use of him, and I'm glad that Becky got to decimate him. Brilliant use of both people. It's a way to get Carmella away from Ellsworth. I think if this is it for Ellsworth, what a run. What a run for that man.
I think he's done good stuff in the past, but his recent efforts have been, I can see that they're justified, but there are certain things about it that I just haven't enjoyed. So
yeah, but he's a good character. He's an enjoyable character. And do you remember that time he nearly beat AJ Styles when he hit him with a no-chin music?
yes, I mean,
People believed for a second that Ellsworth was getting the belt.
So those were times that I really enjoyed James Ellsworth, but
Yeah.
it's in recent weeks, maybe a month.
I've
or
enjoyed
so.
him with Carmella. I have very much enjoyed him with Carmella.
Yeah,
And I'm sure Big Cass has enjoyed him with Carmella.
but I
Because it's kind of like, yeah. No. Because the thing about wrestling, and it happens a lot, that if people are in a storyline together and they work together, the Strictly Come Dancing curse rears its head.
oh no,
You know what I mean?
oh no,
Stephanie, Triple
what are
H.
you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything. No, exactly. I'm not suggesting. That's the point. Like, Ellsworth, no. But I will. The one final thing I will say to Ellsworth: that if this is the end for you, mate, congratulations and chin up.
Oh dear.
I'm here all night.
Thank you.
I've got 20 minutes.
No, yeah, you do. Yeah, no, I would just say in recent. I'll sum it up like this: in recent weeks, yeah, I would have openly picked Gangrel over James Ellsworth.
That is mean. That is in poor spirit taste.
However, previously I would have picked James Ellsworth, but he's done some good stuff, and I'm glad he was around.
Okay, well, he hasn't left.
So thank you, James Ellsworth. You take
Okay,
care. Good night.
Cheers.
Drive safe now. Text me when you're home.
No, fuck it, don't text. Don't text. Let's move on to other people that may be leaving, but we're more sad about it. Rusev Machka.
Oh, right. Yes. Right.
He ain't gonna be on Team SmackDown.
He's not going to be on Team SmackDown. I mean, I personally rate Rusev above Randy Orton.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
I
good.
find-
Right, I rate Rusev above Randy Orton. I love the
I can say that with confidence now.
yeah. I've got a second opinion.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I just prefer. He's got more character. He's got more to him, but he's just not being.
He has gumption.
He's just not being used.
No, he's not being used, is he? And we're in an era now where people that aren't being used in WWE are just going, I'll leave then.
Yeah,
I'll go somewhere else. I can make money elsewhere.
yeah.
Like, they don't have to be there anymore. If they're good enough, they can go elsewhere.
Like Randy Orton's got the heritage. He's got, he's got himself set up there.
Yeah.
He's a prolific champion.
Randy Orton, although in ring and character wise, right now is not the best Randy Orton. Randy Orton in real life is the best Randy Orton, because Randy Orton right now is in the I don't give a fuck phase of his life, because he's a made man. He's made his millions. He's just working now. He can do whatever he wants. I was on Twitter recently, and someone was like, "Look at Randy Orton's likes." Trust me, I looked at Randy Orton's likes. The filth. The filth. just no sense of PG. Just like, oh, I like what I'm seeing here. This is my favourite kind of hub. I mean, dude, seriously, just no. I mean, I think he took it down when people mentioned it to him, but he was like, I guess I'll take that off. Whatever. He's in the Bret Hart phase of his life, which I love.
Yep.
I love him for it. I just want to sit Randy Orton down and just do a genuine shoot interview and just be like, dude, just tell me what's going on. Him just be like,
Quick question.
yeah.
Bret Hart.
Yes.
Does he remind you of Rolf the dog from the Muppets? I take that as a yes. He fucking is. You know he is.
Yeah.
I either want to see Rolf the dog from the Muppets in a Bret Hart outfit or Bret Hart sat at a piano.
I just want to see like a really miserable Rolf the Dog, just like 4 out of 10. Triple H was never that good. I mean, whatever. I mean, he was the guy that worked with the guy that drew the money.
Triple H is the blue bald eagle.
Yeah. Yes. We're playing the game now. Crap.
Surely Daniel Bryan
Shane-
is Kermit the Frog.
Hey there, Bree. Who the hell is Miss Piggy? No, not going there. Not going there. Not going there.
You
Right,
said something
anyway.
about Shane.
What?
You said something about Shane.
No, nothing about Shane. Nothing about Shane. Anyway, the Usos have retained their titles, so they're still going to be facing the Bar. However, I kind of would have liked to seen the Bar versus Benjamin and Gable.
Yeah, I reckon. See, the thing is that Benjamin and Gable, I reckon they've got a decent run coming up sometime.
Why don't they call them bendable? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. That's a terrible name. That is the worst name. I've broken him.
Fine, then call them Gabamin.
Gabon. What about Gable and Benjamin?
Yeah, just
That's quite a good name. I like that.
fucking call them
so
by
we're
their
getting
names.
Usos. Hey.
Right. Go on.
And finally, what we talked about at the top of the hour, at the beginning of this broadcast, the phenomenal AJ Styles is once again WWE champion.
I think he looks good as WWE champion.
The belt looks right around him.
It does.
The design, I felt this the first time he was champ. He looks and feels like a legitimate WWE champ.
Correct. Do you know... I know it sounds weird, but before this, I thought that Bray looks like a legitimate WWE champion because the belt contrasted his outfit so much. It was just kind of it looks weird, but it looks right. And I liked the era of Wyatt. But it looks like perfect on AJ
it does.
Styles.
The crazy thing for me is that 2 years ago, I mean, how long has AJ been there?
Less than 2 years.
Yeah. AJ debuted in 2016, didn't he?
Yep.
The Royal Rumble 2016. 2 years ago. If someone had told me that AJ Styles would be a 2 or 3 time WWE champ? It's 2, isn't it? It's 2-time WWE champ.
It's 2.
I'd go, what? Really?
And United States champion.
I'm astonished that he even got to the company, and the run that man has been on is simply phenomenal.
I mean, he has not stopped. He's like week in, week out. If you look at so WWE released their AJ Styles collection, and it's kind of like, really, after less than 2 years, they're releasing a collection of him.
But it's that good.
And you look through the matches, and you're like, oh shit, oh yeah, oh shit.
If he's not the best wrestler in the world, he's top 3.
Yep.
If it's not Okada, if it's not Omega, it's AJ Styles. And I'll be honest with you, I think considering what he's been doing and the matches he's had and the people he's been carrying on his back, AJ Styles is probably the best wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah.
I can't really... You can't deny it.
Nope.
He just is. I mean, it's crazy to me. This is a guy that was TNA. I mean, he's the reason I watched TNA. I watched it for Jeff Hardy and Abyss and people like Rhino because I knew who they were. And then I saw AJ and went, okay, this is who I need to be watching. And then I watched him move to New Japan, and now I see him in WWE. I've followed pretty much his entire career, and it is mind-blowing.
Just don't follow him on Twitter.
No. Yeah, I'm able to separate. I'm able to separate now. I'm fine now. I can separate.
I mean, Randy Orton's likes were one thing, but AJ's likes are not okay.
I haven't quite got there yet with Kevin Spacey, but I also don't intend to. Fuck that guy. Don't fuck that guy.
No.
Avoid at all costs.
No matter what he says.
Anyway, that was the scoop. Yeah, this show has fallen down like a house of cards. Good night.